Hello and welcome to Adventurer Programmer. And what are we going to do today is to explore Eclipse IDE. And I previously showed how to install and download it in your local machine. If you can check that out first before going here, if you haven't performed that action. So I already downloaded and installed my Eclipse properly, and as I've mentioned before, I put all of it in this programming folder, and it is right after a drive. If your machine doesn't have a drive D, of course it's always okay to put it in drive C, but it's your preference. um, yes, so here it is, going here, and here is my Eclipse. Let's open it up. um, okay, so you can go through these tutorials or samples if you want, but what I'll do uh, first is to get ourselves familiarized with the tool, with the IDE, Integrated Development Environment. This will be your workspace. This is where you will work your code, where will you um, do programming. And I might say a little bit too much on saying to relax here, and don't be afraid with all those icons. That doesn't really make sense to a beginner. But okay, so um, first, it is almost the same to an application. It also has these things here, the menu, and it has yeah, edit as the same as when you open a notepad. Let's see, let's open notepad. Here you go, file, so on, right? But definitely this is pretty much uh, I'm not gonna say advanced, but it has a lot of functionalities compared to notepad. And just like any other application, uh, everybody started not knowing things, right? So that's why you have to explore. You don't have to be afraid to click this one out, and so on. So yeah, first, these are just like shortcuts here. More or less, these icons here are, yeah, you can just click it out and see what does it mean. And I will not go through all of it, right? But what I'm gonna say that it is definitely, it has its functions, different functions, but you can actually click it out, you know. And let's try to click this one out, and as you can see, able to launch. It's okay, it will not cause any error. Just click it out again and search. It's just a search, right? So familiarize yourself, like this one, clicking it, cheat search. This is Java, right? It's kind of it says it's just something like you search for a specific uh, words, letters, or phrases in all Java files only, something like that. And what's this? Open web browser. There you go. It's the same as like Google. There you go. It's pretty much not really intimidating, right? But of course, you also have this um, um, option to try this one out, right? Here samples, and I haven't honestly I haven't looked at all of this. I jumped into the workspace. But if you want to try it out, it's okay. Let's click this one. There you go. It's guess it's even for me JDT. I'm not really familiar with, right? So and it's this pane is like a web page, and you just have to go back. Let's can click home. It will go back here or samples, right? Multi-page editor. There you go. And you click something, it's not will not do any harm or whatnot, and just like a normal browser, it's back. So what I'm gonna do now is just this is minimized, right? So if you click this one, just goes here. Where is it? I don't know. Maybe if you click this one, yeah, there you go. So it's the same as this. If you minimize this, it goes here. If you restore it, it goes like that. So perhaps one of the common thing that new is even for me when I started to work on this tool. You don't know while working, you'll probably be clicking all of these things, and it's okay. There you go. View menu, right? So it's, it's just like that. Um, and normally your project files would be here. This will be what the file contains. These are helper like an outline. It will be, for example, if there's a code here, whatever you call it, the outline will be uh, the table of contents. You may call it that way of the code here. Task list. Um, yeah. Sometimes you can put to do in the code and it will show up here. Right? It's just a helper thing to if you want to go back to what you needed to do, just put to do and it will show here, something like that. I'm not sure, but it details that it does that way. Okay, and the one below here is most likely uh, almost the same as this one, but it's kind of what is also about is contained here, right? But this one server is every application it's a certain kind of server, and you put your application there, so it will, you know, like for example Google is also an application and it's put into a server, something like that. Data source, normally I rarely use this because I use a different tool like this one to see my data sources. But this is data source means it's normally for databases, and there you go, it's XML data source. Database connection is normal databases. um, an XML file, I'm not sure if you've heard of it or have seen it, and it can also be a data source. Web services data source is like uh, another application in the web or whatever, wherever, and you connect to that, and it's also called a data source, right? And the same thing, there are options here, right? If you don't know what this means, just hover it out and it will show. And yeah, and some I wouldn't suggest, but you could actually like do this. In my own preference, when I use Eclipse, I put servers here. Oops, I forgot to tell. I clicked this one and did not release my left click and tried to drag out here. It's already there. And I will press left click of the mouse and drag it back there. So if you mistakenly drag something, just put it back. But my suggestion is to not move anything, or so at least you know it's pretty, this setup is already pretty common. Okay, right. And the next thing we're gonna do is, yeah, okay, this is your tool and it's next, right? The pretty basic thing is, normally, uh, before a long time ago, um, cannot create a project that basically generates all of the things you no longer need to manually create. So now I think, let's see, let's try to create, as you click new, and these are different projects, right? Java projects. And there you go, it's pretty pretty much really new to beginner. The If you remember, if you've seen the video that installs Maven, so this is a Maven project. It's almost always the same, but the difference between this is how you mm, try to build it. So since we're gonna go basic first, let's try. Yeah, let's try Maven project. Let's see what happens. Use default workspace station. Um, and it's the same as this one, my workspace, right? This one, workspace. Go back here. Let's click this one. I don't know too. Let's see what happens. Add projects to working set. So if you click this one, normally you already have a project here. So this is gonna be a skeleton project, and yeah, I don't know all of these things as well. So let's just do this. Next, let's say, let's type this one, comp, and then venture that program. Just follow this, and adventure programming, you can create your own example, whatever your preference is. First programming, oops, as you can see, there's no spaces, right? And it's not, I'm not sure if you know the camel case. It's camel case, it's small letter, and then it's gonna be big letter for P. But for this particular, normally it's not. So, but just let's do it now like this. And first is name, it's anything, let's say first, it's just text first. maven project, and then let's don't have to put all this stuff here, so just follow my lead. Then here, no, you don't have to do this again too. It's the same as the previous. When you press back, let's go back. Okay, so just to see, it will not pop us nameplate. Just unclick this one and then just click next, and it's still there, so that's okay, right? You can cancel anytime if you suddenly change your mind, doesn't matter. And then let's try to click finish, and there you go. On the lower right, it's creating it, right? So what's this one doing? Why it's like progressing, right? You can click this, double click this, and there you go. uh yeah, as I've mentioned before, it will always internet is kind of a necessity, especially doing programming nowadays. So yeah, I if you don't have an internet yet, uh, and normally it's when the first time you create something here, it would take too long too. So just download all the stuffs that this application needs to download. You don't need to understand it what happened, but okay, I think it's done. And there's a little M there. It's normally it means maven, and then let's expand it. Okay, wow, what's this, right? And first programming is the project name, and if you see, we go back to the workspace here. There you go. Don't mind all these things. It's just for this Eclipse to to use for, so it's this is what just what you need. It's the same, right? Source, target, right? So what do we need to do next? Okay, let's first JR is the Java. So this is 1.5. We need to change it first to Java 1.8. So how is that? And right click, build path, configure build path, and libraries. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, right click, build path, configure build path, then click the libraries tab and click this one, highlight, edit, and then here you go. uh, it's pretty much, I don't know, J2. So let's just click this one. Okay, this is connected to, oops, not that one, programming here, ADK8, right? So yeah, it's everything new again. um, how it is detected, because when you try to install Eclipse, it uh, you set up your Java in environment variables, which you need to go check in the first tutorial if you don't understand it. That's why it automatically detects this one, which is in place here. Okay, and then let's just click finish, and then apply, and close. There you go, it just changed now. So what are this, right? This is the folders where you put the codes. Normally, there you go. Nothing, right? Don't have to mind all of this stuffs. Even for me, I didn't really. Anyways, what you need to do here is, let's check this one, form.xml. Here you go, right? Name, description. Basically, it's still working. It's not here. Important thing for Maven is this. So what do we? Let's just close this one up. What do we need to do is new package. Hmm. But just cancel it. It's already let's finish. Okay. Okay. Let's delete this one again. Let's go back. It's okay. New. Let's create a package. Package means it's just another folder layer. But yeah, for this particular knowledge sharing, let's do that. And first programming. Yes, it's already there. It's still a directory, and what you need to do next is create a class. Class is create a Java class, as you can see. It's normally class is normally called and for the file of the Java. Say it. Package. This is another folder layer to be organized. Name. So this is kind of an important thing. It should be camel cases, and it will not. It will still work if it's not. But normally classes starts with a capital letter compared to other one. It's not. Yeah, it's too much for the other. But let's just do this one first. Let's put it there. Click finish. And this is okay. So this is a class. And what I'm gonna do next is there you go. Java Hello World, your first Java program. I'm showing you that again, you don't have to memorize all the codes. Internet, you can use it, and it's just as simple. That's why I'm trying to create this, is to show that you can learn by doing this, and it's simple. You don't have to remember all this stuff's names and whatever you call it. Let's just copy it, and then let's go back and paste it here. Where's the paste? There you go. And if there's an asterisk, it means that it's not saved. uh, you can press save or control save all here, but normally I will press Control S, and if I press it will be saved. So same as say word processing file, press S, it will be saved. Okay, so let's dig in a little bit here, right? Okay, just do this if you need to do. Don't have to. What's static, what's void, what's main. No, just make it so that it means this is the start of the application. What's this package? What's this hello world? What's this and that? Does it matter for now? No. Right. And as I've mentioned, the outline. Look at this. It's just the table of contents, right? And what's the task? There's no task. Let's okay. It's, it's it's like a reminder. There you go. And apparently it's not it. What I'm gonna do is no, there's nothing. So it's a comment like this. It means it will not be run when it will be compiled. It will be built. So let's try to right click, run as Java application. There you go. Hello world. And for um, this is actually the first program. It's every programmer needs to do is to run its first program. So if you're able to do this and it's the same as how other programmers did it as you. Okay, and that's how simple it is. Um, is you're familiar now with Eclipse?